is back. Jann, brand new album coming out on Friday. It is called MIXTAPE. Love the name.
Yeah.
It features your spin on some of your favorite 90s pop songs.
This has been in the works for a while, but tell us why you wanted to start MIXTAPE and what was it about the 90s that you wanted to revisit?
I mean, what a great decade for music. It all started off 1989, the very end of it, with Sinead O'Connor and Nothing Compares to You. So something that had been very male-dominated for a couple of decades, the 70s and the 80s. We now launch into Shania Twain, Alanis Morissette, Sarah McLachlan, Celine Dion, Avril Lavigne. We go into a decade for Jann Arden. And just things exploded, but the grunge scene was happening on the West Coast of the United States. Pearl Jam, Nirvana, and so we had this thing, this teeter-totter going on with all these really interesting kinds of music. And I was part of the 90s. Like, my first record came out in 92, Living Under June came out in 1994, so I was very much crisscrossing the North America with a lot of artists that I admired so much. I was doing like Leno and Letterman and Good Morning America and the Today Show, and I was in a blur. I don't remember any of it. I was so startled and so kind of starstruck by the people I was meeting, and I had kind of imposter syndrome. I felt like this is gonna end at any second. So I never really enjoyed it when I was in it. But yeah, lots of great music, lots of definitive moments for people, and seemingly an easier time. We look at life now and we're like, oh, what I wouldn't do just to be in 1994, just living the life, right? It's very difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, that clip gave me goosies, and I don't think I've met you several times, but I've never said this. I love your voice.
Oh, thank you.
I love your voice so much. And listening to that clip, I'm like, you're right here, and I don't think I've ever said it to you, so I want to make sure I say that. You work with a lot of artists on this album. Tell me who you work with and why you chose them.
Well, Russell Broom, my producer, guitar player, friend, we've worked together for almost 30 years. We had lists of hundreds of songs. I mean, you look at a 10-year period, singles go out just like, it's like crazy. And we probably looked at 250 songs and carved it down, but it came down to those moments. Okay. You know, one in particular, tour bus, lying in my bunk, watching the last episode of 6 Feet Under. If you're too young to have seen 6 Feet Under, and I've got my DVD, the player, the bus is rolling along, Sia comes on and sings Breathe Me. And spoiler alert, the last episode shows how all your favorite characters leave the earth, how they die. I am bawling my head off. I needed to go to the bathroom, and I'm just like, watching this, and I thought, I gotta cut that song. So it was things like that that sort of spurred me forward to choose the songs that we chose.
You also do a really interesting cover of TLC's Waterfalls, which everyone loves that song. But we gotta ask, okay, so will there be a tour?
Yes, there's gonna be. It's gonna be really nostalgic. It's gonna be a nostalgic tour. I think they're gonna announce like the actual dates and stuff in the next week or so. But yeah, I'm gonna concentrate on all my stuff from the 90s and this album. So, and just a little caveat, that clip you saw was just an acoustic, a broken down acoustic version. So the record itself is fully produced. That was just Russ and I in the studio kind of just jamming out.
Because you don't need a whole lot.
I don't need nothing.
No one has a voice like that, Jann Arden.
All right, Jann Arden, MIXTAPE. Make sure that you get it when it drops. And it's a cassette. I haven't opened one of these in so long. This is so fun.
Now all you need is a cassette deck.
Oh, wow.
Listen, I got a Walkman for my birthday, so.
Wow.
That's so great.
Jann Arden, thanks for coming back. Thanks for being here.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.